Hey everyone, welcome back to the hobby. Recently, we've been looking at a lot of Sword and Shield era booster boxes as they have been booming, and we will continue to look at a couple more. But for today, we are also going to be looking at some of the Scarlet and Violet booster boxes. Of course, these booster boxes are going to be relatively cheaper in comparison to the Sword and Shield era, and we may want to pick some of these up as they are really affordable right now. So let's start it off with Lost Origin. The reason why I wanted to kick it off with Lost Origin was because it has had another price increase since the last time we spoke about it. It was going for $175 just about a couple of weeks ago, and now is going for $214. That's what the market value is currently. So we've seen about a $40 increase in just 2 weeks. Also, this one recently sold out at the Pokemon Center. I believe that this one is going to definitely climb further as the Giratina V in a PSA 10 is currently going for about $1,000 and is now the second most expensive card in the Sword and Shield era behind the Moonbryon. This set also has some other alternate arts such as the Aerodactyl V, which in my opinion is actually a much nicer card, but again, this card is only going for about $140 raw, and I don't want to get too much into the price of the individual cards as we'll do a separate video on that, but again, it's a nicer card, and the point I'm trying to make is there are multiple alternate art cards in this set, and this is also what's pushing the booster box price as well. But back to the point of this, if you're looking to invest in this booster box, I would. About a $214 price is still not bad, relatively affordable, so it's a green light for me. Next up is Brilliant Stars. This one is my third favorite set from the Sword and Shield era, and it also recently sold out from the Pokemon Center. When we touched on this booster box last time, it was going for about $167, and now we are going for about $183, so we have seen about a $16 increase for this booster box as well. The chase card, of course, is the Charizard V that everyone loves, but there are other beautiful cards in this set as well, such as the Arceus V, which I feel is a little bit underappreciated. So again, a lot of different nice looking cards in this one. My opinion on this booster box, it is a buy for me as it's still a relatively good price at $183. You're probably not going to find it for any cheaper than that, and once we see sealed products being less and less available, this box is going to also increase in price, and of course the alternate arts from this set will also increase in value as well. If you are someone that's just looking for the Charizard V, I would highly recommend that you just go and buy this card because it's still relatively affordable as well. For me, this one is still a pickup as it is still a relatively respectable price in comparison to Evolving Skies. So for me, I would still go for this booster box right now. The last Sword and Shield era booster box that I want to touch on today is Fusion Strike before switching gears to the Scarlet and Violet era. So this one has been sold out from the Pokemon Center a little bit longer than Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin, and its current market value is going for $236, and it really hasn't had any movement. It's just been around that same area for the past few weeks now. This one has loads of alternate cards, not just the Gengar V. Of course, we have the Celebi V, the Mew V and V Max, and of course the Espeon V Max as well. And if you are looking to collect these cards, it may be just better to go and buy these as well. Going back to the booster box itself, Fusion Strike booster box, it's still a pickup in my mind. $236, it's not bad. Now let's get into the Scarlet and Violet era and kick it off with Paradox Rift. I will be focusing on the sets that actually had booster boxes, meaning we won't be touching on 151, even though that's my favorite set and probably all of your favorite sets. So this one's currently going for $98, and you can probably find it for a little bit cheaper at your local card shops as well. The chase card in this one, of course, is the Roaring Moon, which is very difficult to pull. Roaring Moon is currently going for about $50, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. And of course, I would purchase this card instead of trying to pull it. Focusing back on the booster box, this is one I would buy for future investment. And one thing I want to add as well, this one is not a rush to buy because it's probably going to be readily available for quite some time, but don't wait too long. Next up is Paldea Evolved. Now this one will be more expensive of the 3 Scarlet and Violet booster boxes that we'll be touching on today. Currently going for about $111. It's had about a $10 increase in the last 3 months. And of course, this one has the heavily sought after Magikarp. Yes, the one that we touched on last week, the one that goes for about $600 for a PSA 10, as well as the Iono card. Again, if you're not into waifu cards, it's probably not meant for you, this set. And really and truly, it's just the carp that's running the show here. So again, Magikarp going for about $100 raw, $600 for a PSA 10. And now the booster box is going for about $111. In my opinion, I'd still buy a few of these booster boxes for future investment. It's probably going to rise up, similar to how Sword and Shield era has increased now that we're in the Scarlet and Violet era. Last but not least is Temporal Forces. This one is currently going for $102. Again, you can probably find it for a little bit cheaper at your local card shops. Now, personally, if we don't include 151, this would probably be my favorite set of the Scarlet and Violet era. And the reason being is it's because it brings back the Johto vibes, to me at least. You know, we've got the Suicune or the Walking Wake and the Raging Bolt. It just reminds me of like how Johto was. And then we've got Morty's Conviction, of course, with him and the Gengar. So again, all of these cards just remind me of Johto, and it was one of my favorite series in Pokemon. So for me, it's my favorite so far. And now going back to the booster box, it is also a buy for me right now. Again, future investment. All three of these booster boxes from the Scarlet and Violet era are going for roughly the same price, and they're all probably going to increase in the future once the Scarlet and Violet era ends. So again, this is going to be a buy for me as well for Temporal Forces. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this investment video on booster boxes. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you like the content, and let me know in the comments section what you're collecting right now, and if you have any suggestions on what booster boxes to buy. Thanks again everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.